Do you think Jon Jones will become champion? And if so, how long do you think he'll hold the belt?
So I'm gonna keep it a buck. Jon Jones is Jon Jones. I know he's putting on the size and everything, but there's so many unknowns. What is it? 3 years he's been out of the game, going up a weight class, going against a guy who moves just as nimble, who looks like he's like Israel Adesanya in terms of his feints and his footwork, light on his toes. Really good striker, comes from a kickboxing background. Yeah. Obviously, we know that wrestling is a huge deficiency. We've seen that with the Francis Ngannou fight, but that's also not thinking that Francis is going to come in there and wrestle. With that being said,
he also said he wasn't really training.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like he's capping, man.
You think?
I think it's cap. Go to the gym and it's cap.
But you think he's working on his wrestling?
In the off season, I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say I think he's definitely training in the off season. It doesn't have to be a full on training camp and as intense, but I think the guy is definitely training. You're a world champion. If you think you're not gonna train, if this is what he's really doing and there's no cap there, bro, that's not looking good.
Yeah, if that's true, I feel like it's a death sentence.
Yeah. And to think you're going to get ready for Jon Jones on such short notice and close that gap, yeah.
And he's going to wrestle you and tire you out.
Yeah, he's not going to go for the wrestling right out of the gate because that's a lot of weight. And with the guy putting his weight on him, that's going to be different. But if Jon gets a clean takedown and he makes him carry his weight, good luck getting up against Jon Jones.
Yeah.
But again, he's got to close the distance against a real elite striker. And I think Cyril Gane is going to be... If I'm Cyril Gane, I'm poking my strikes. Those snap kicks that he does with the teeth, the lead leg, bouncing. I'm using a lead jab, maybe a cross, darting in and getting out. I'm not doing anything too much where I'm giving Jon an opportunity to tie me up, slip, and get underneath my punches and lock his hands around my waist, or to get to a single leg, or to get to a body lock and then drop to a single and then come up or look for an inside leg trip. All he needs to do is trip. He needs you to fall on a banana peel, and I think that's Jon's fight. Crucifix position, side mount, the fight's over. I personally feel that way.
So if it gets to the ground once, you think it's just...
I think it's curtains. Curtains.
Wow.
Curtains.
Doesn't Cyril Gane have like a leg lock finish?
Curtains.
In MMA?
One. But come on. I could have leg locked that guy. Let's be real.
But that has to
if
mean
size wasn't
right?
a factor.
That has to mean something. Of course, if size wasn't a factor, you could leg lock anyone.
But it's like the guy he leg locked was kind of like watching his leg get. It's just like, come on, bro. Come on.
Okay. All right. So do you have official prediction? Also, how long do you think Jon will be champ?
I think Jon could be champ for a long time if he wants to be. I mean, who else is there that can wrestle with him at the heavyweight division? Curtis Blades. That's the only. But then I think Jon outstrikes him on the feet. Even though Curtis looked very good with his striking until he didn't against Derek Lewis.
Curtis has like a good amount of finishes on the feet.
On the feet?
I was watching his highlights yesterday. Like, there's more in there than you'd think. Or like against the cage. Does that count as on the feet though?
Against the cage, like standing?
Yeah.
I mean, it counts, but...
Like, do you count that as on the feet?
I don't really remember Curtis Blades finishing a lot of guys. I know he finished Overeem. It was like, come on, who didn't finish Overeem at this point of Overeem's career? The main fights that stand out to me is the striking exchanges with Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou. He never got to fight Stipe. He fought Volkov. He gutted that one out. He's a dog. He's got the wrestler's mentality. But again, the striking discrepancy could be the factor there. But I don't know a whole lot of standing finishes that he's gotten.
JDS, knees and punches.
JDS at the end of his career.
Overeem, elbows and guard.
Yeah, I think that's really it, bro.
Yeah.
Is your arm hurt?
And then the last guy. Arm hurt for what?
For all that reaching.
Shut the fuck up. I'm just saying, Curtis can wrestle with Jon, and he's not terrible on the feet. Like people,
he's not terrible on the feet.
He's not. I would venture to say he's not bad on the feet.
He got knocked out by freaking Derek Lewis. That's not a Derek Lewis connects, you're going to sleep, man. You're going to the Neptunes.
And Francis, the two guys who hasn't been knocked out by those guys.
Yeah, the two biggest power punchers in the division. But